закрылась. Талон Джамал ССК мини-версии. Тоже один длинный, второй нет. Сейчас приду.
And Tux, Kluja and Thomas HT, and then finally Puz and Ming.
I mean, there's so many players in here you can call out. Serpent and Hype were the original. Can you translate it to Sunday? They won so many of those semifinals, and in the last week, were able to do it. I got an opportunity to actually talk with Rojo in the practice room, and he says he's excited to be here, wants to play, wants to get on the stage, and knows
Thomas
he'll be able to enact
нормально?
their game plan. He wouldn't tell me
Это
what it
наш
was, and I
русский
wouldn't
Thomas
like it anyway.
SD.
So the Stream duo, kind of a little bit of parity there between Vinny and Zexor. Skype battling a ton of wrist issues and then able to overcome it. And I got to speak with him as well, and he's like, I'm just happy. I'm glad I'm here, man. And there was a fantastic post he did about it.
Yeah, he had that twit longer where he basically went through how he lost his confidence because of his wrist issue and then gained it back because of the support of all you guys at home who supported Skype through his journey, and the French community doing so as well. Moving on forward, Borwin and Tux, somebody I think is very interesting because they qualified and moved through the entire, they switched duos at the last second, so same thing.
And then you have Kluja, a player who qualified as well for the solo competition, and Thomas, his partner from Singularity. And the final duo, Puz and Ming, representing from South Korea. Unfortunately, there was an Asian team who was unable to make it. Puz and Ming having won in the Week 8 qualifier where there wasn't an additional spot. And on top of that, their consistent placements earned them that alternate spot coming out of the region. We had an opportunity to talk with them and have a package set up, and let's see what they had to say.
типа, люди прошли класс.
저는 밍이라고 하고 이제 아시아에서 진출하였습니다. 저는 퍼즈라고 하고 아시아에서 진출한 사람입니다. 가장 좋은 성적을 내서 대체 선수로 뽑혀서 왔더니 이제 아시아에서 듀오 한 팀이 진출을 못해서 저희가 이제 좋은 기회를 얻게 되어서 이렇게 진출하게 되었어요. 온라인에서 상금을 이렇게 받으면서 같이 경쟁하는 게 마음에 들었어요. 유럽 선수들과 해보고 싶었어요. 저도요. 게임하기 전에 이제 계속 어떻게 게임을 플레이할지 생각을 하고 하는 거죠. 그냥 연습을 최대한 시간에 맞게 활용을 하고 최대한 많이 노력을 하다 보면
나와요 바꿔요.
I mean, I can only imagine what is going through their heads versus taking the top spot in a week where there wasn't a qualification spot, and then having one of the most consistently best placements, then being chosen as an alternate,
Там тебе чел что-то писал, кстати, на стриме.
having a chance to represent Asia and South
сука, блядь, Джамал,
very good. They're known for
Такой
playing
тупой вопрос
aggressive,
был,
trying to
типа,
find the side of his
я
zone,
думал,
box
ССК
themselves up,
и
and
Джамал
get
в
some
дуо
shots towards the
будут.
side of the
А
rotation.
где
If
они,
they can
типа,
get that
типа,
position,
это очень
don't
тупой
expect
вопрос.
them to
ССК
not
и
be
Джамал в
dangerous, 'cause
дуо
they will
будут.
make some waves.
Я
And
думал,
that's
ССК
the
и Джамал.
competition. Those are all the players. Those are the 100 best Fortnite players in the world, the 50 best duos. And now there's a duo in particular. We talked about it. The loudest duo when they're
слева не
announced. They
было,
want to
это
be
что
the
мы
loudest
говорим.
duo when all is said and done. We have Mitro and Mongrel down on the floor. Jordan, what do they have to say?
We are all so excited to see these two play, and honestly, to hear their comms. It's one of my favorite things when I watch these guys play. Now, competing online and competing
Маграмал здорово, бычары, вы
very,
слышите?
very different things, obviously. What is the
Батя Кабана.
like going into competing at
Он
a
тебя
LAN
нахуй
together?
даст. Леща ты улетишь.
Competing at LAN is definitely different. Personally, I like it more just because I like the environment.
Сколько человек? 15 лет?
Online is
14.
easier, but I don't know. I just like LAN more.
Fair. You can't beat the energy in a stadium like this. A lot of people are really excited and stoked to be here, and especially to see you guys play.
А сейчас играть уже будет, все. Скоро.
Thank you so much, Jordan. And now, just those guys, they sound excited, but that's enough from us talking. The 50 best duos in the world are on the stage, competing for their share of $15 million. And I mean, 6 games away from winning $3 million to the top duo.
Just think about that. 6 games, and then we'll find out who is the best duo in the world. Hands down, no question about it, the best. 6 games. We're gonna do that.
6 games.
Duos World Champions will be crowned, but that's it. The pre-show is over. Enough from us up here. We'll be breaking down gameplay later. We're gonna toss it on inside to kick the show off. You guys have a good one.
Чуть не убил его. 9, 8, 6,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Бэбэп. Хотя бы звук есть здесь?
Она бал офигела какая-то. О, Джей, который вчера на ПМ был. Они сейчас разминаться все равно будут.
Да уже спотели уши, да.
Уши спотели?
У меня эти мокрые выливать. Ну да, надо убрать это. А что тебя нокнули?
Тебя нокнули.
Это он диджей является. Диджей Джеки Чан является.
Эдгар 2-0.
Чувак рэп читает его.
Нет, они нарезают, типа, они Тифу тоже так же рэп читал. Нарезают, это всего.
Джон Вик играет его.
Feel so free, it's ridiculous. And then we just kind of watched like our names pop up on the screen. It was pretty surreal. It was a huge sigh relief. All the
Там, по-моему, да, все скины есть? Или типа на свой аккаунт заходит и играет?
На свой, но у них же типа написано Джамсайд, там типа ВП, мал Джамал. Джамсайд будет написано ВП-77.
Вон они, вон они.
Справа сидели, да? Внизу.
Вот в том углу, наверное, в правом, блядь.
Что?
Вот в том углу, наверное, в правом вон. Внизу.
Я не знаю, возможно. Я не вижу отсюда, у меня качество говно.
Я тоже.
На всех пикселях. Смотри, они сидят, ничего не хлопают, их показывают, начали показывать, они начали хлопать.
Джентльмен.
Вон они сидят.
Да.
Вон, сзади сидит.
Да, вижу я. Флекси вон. Летвик. Они рядом друг с другом сидят, видишь?
Они через одного сидят.
Ну, Джампсайд, Скай, Флекси, Летвик.
Флекси. Там Вэлла, Дабл, Флекси. А почему я подумал то, что справа Джамал?
Нет, это Летвик.
Ну нет, типа я
же говорю, они право в нижнем углу сидят.
Они прям на центре сидят. Кстати, вообще.
Это не центр, это значит правый угол самый, блядь, в углу, ебать. Это же Россия, блядь, ты хочешь. Всегда в жопу сажают, блядь.
Лучше так не говорить.
Ой, карась танцует, я.
Знаешь, что они могут сидеть просто на русском базаре, их никто не поймет. Они же рядом сидят как.
Они так и будут говорить на русском, блядь. Просто почему их вместе посадили? Когда они все понимают по-русски.
Чтобы они орали друг другу, Парни, тимимся, короче, а потом сделаем.
А прикинь, какой прикол будет, они начнут, короче, тимиться, типа всех убьют, останутся вот они вдвоем. Четвером, ебать. И будут иначе сражаться, ебать.
Их забанят, их сразу дисквалифицируют.
Они, короче, поднимут, эти фон поставят, ебать, и будут файтиться, ебать. стенку дайте, побежал поить.
По очереди. Ну, кстати, если Sky и Даунсайд будут, наверное, прыгать. Так будет прыгать пальма. А когда будет прыгать Флекс или Эпик, они же тоже пальму падают.
Ну, посмотрим сейчас. Бандит, как он, бомбит станцию.
Здорово.
О, нихуя не вы.
Порубиться будет на деске.
Айден. А что за кудрявые члены вы?
Последнего? Не помню.
Sean on mouse and keyboard, one of the most mechanically skilled and gifted players in all of Fortnite. Now, with this combination of one of you on a controller and one of you on mouse and keyboard, there's got to be some pretty unique strategy that you guys can pull together. Can you talk to me a little bit about that?
Yeah, our synergy is great.
Он же вчера тоже играл на Pro.
А он вчера будет играть против ПКшников, да? Джойстики похер вообще его.
And just, you know, me being an aggressive player,
Я
having
так
good
не
aim,
видел то, что не показали этого.
hoping we're going to do good.
1000%. Now, Sean, you both competed in the Pro-Am yesterday, which was a lot of fun. We all know that was a very sweaty lobby. But your thought process, your strategy going into today, tell me how that differs from yesterday and your performance there.
Госпис, он же соло прошел вроде. Вот завтра будет.
А соло, а кто еще соло прошел из наших?
Летвик. Он сначала соло прошел, а на следующей неделе дуо прошел.
Саски с Джамалом.
Саска с Джамалом еле 8 недели прошли. Дуо. Соло здесь никто не подходил.
А если мы тоже прошли, у нас тоже взяли туда?
А?
Если мы прошли, нас тоже туда взяли? Ну вот мы прошли, блядь, квалификацию туда.
Ну.
Мы тоже поехали сюда.
Ага.
Маршмеллоу будет концерт.
Да, в 9 вечера по Москве. А ну это, прикинь, чел волосатый. Знаешь такого слева стоит, который я просто первый раз вижу его? Кто это? Кто он такой? Я его не знаю. Тайлор какой-то там. Ниндзя. Он это, что ли? Бегает, скрытный человек.
Может, по-любому посол Фортнайта. Он посол Фортнайта, говорю. Ну как, ну, посол же есть чемпионат мира, допустим, он, блядь, людей же выбирают. А по футболу играть. Ну, посол. Да.
Понял. 1 point, 1 килл, 3 поинта за 15 место, 5 поинтов за 10 место, 7 поинтов за 5 место и 10 поинтов за Victory Royale.
А если делаешь больше не сделаешь?
Чё?
Поинтов. Больше 10 не сделаешь?
Почему?
А вот смотри, первое место 3 миллиона, второе 250, третье 1 800 000, четвертое 1 500 000, 900. Сам последний, 1150, 100 тысяч долларов его.
Я играю.
А почему эти тогда давали 20 тысяч долларов? Там больше народа? Ну когда вчера играли?
Там вчера играли, все деньги не шли люди, все деньги шли в фонд этого. Вот там.
А эти?
А эти уже идут на 3 миллиона, обогатится кто-то. Ой, на 1,5 миллиона. На 1,5 миллиона долларов, кто первое место займет, обогатится каждый из пары.
On Twitter, use the hashtag Fortnite World Cup. Really, anywhere you can use hashtags. I know we both have our predictions. Oh, absolutely. You want to go first?
А чё они не стримят в этом?
Чё?
Чё, говорю, не стримят? Запустили стрим, бы стримили.
Там можно запускать стрим, но Жансайт с этим, с точно не было.
Hands down one of the most aggressive duos throughout, you know, the qualifications. What are they going to do that here? Are they going to go for placement, or are they going to still W key like they've always been doing?
That's typically been their gameplay of choice. There's a look again at Mongrel and Mitro.
Квалификация
You see,
Europe,
last time they played in the week they qualified, their drop of choice was Loot Lake. So will that remain the same today? These early game battles, these fights for the different points of interest will be so key.
никто не пишет?
You go with a European duo. I'm picking a European
ты
duo
сидишь
as well. Another young squad, Mr. Savage
Нет,
and
я только на паузу поставил, все.
Ну вот.
Смотрю у себя на пикете. Вон мистер Savage, смотри, слева.
We'll get those pictures fixed, don't worry. But either way, these guys are two absolute tanks. And Ninja, I mean, you've watched all these guys. You're absolutely.
Может, камеру вниз сделать?
But it's almost like these guys are in a class of their own.
А, нет, так снаружи будет. А какая, может, поменьше сделать камеру, наверное?
I mean, literally watching Benji just slay out an entire lobby by himself in squads is, it's like, it's art, man. You know, what these guys do, it's art, so enjoy.
I know Mr. Savage in a public match got like 40+ eliminations in Season 9, which is unheard of, all by himself, solo squads. There are so many ways you can watch, though, this weekend. I've been just looking at my phone already. I'm seeing 1 million+ of you guys tuning in. As you guys know, so many ways to watch. You've got Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, everywhere where there's live streams.
Прикинь, если бы вы просто смогли бы пройти просто дуо. А можно дальше не играть. 100 тысяч долларов, ты что, угораешь? По 50 кусков, по 300 с лишним тысяч. Просто что могли слетать в Америку, посмотреть, потому что даже играть не надо было бы.
Dude, this is literally what I've been waiting for like 3-4 months. The best of the best, all in the same lobby. All right, in the qualifying matches on Sunday, playing against in a lobby, maybe like 4 or 5 of the teams who are actually here right now. But now this is going to be all of them in the same lobby. Every single battle is going to be the best players in the world fighting against one another. I'm excited to watch the early game when they're landing in their spots. I'm excited to watch the mid game during the rotation.
Покажите наше шоу, блядь, нахуй, иностранцев покажите.
We're going to be playing on siphon settings here, increased material.
Каждый со своей клавиатурой, своей мышкой.
I'd absolutely love to. So, unlike normal matches, when you get an elimination, all right, you're
going to get 50 health or 50. Слышь, Кирилл скоро приехал играть тебе.
And that's also going to give you 1 point as well. They also drop 50 mats of each, wood, brick, and metal. So, you know, eliminations are definitely going to pay off early game as you guys can stack up those materials.
Yep, and remember that is when you get a full elimination, not when you knock down an opponent. So, if I knock a player, you'll see in this a lot more times.
А что, между собой файтить, что ли?
Нет, просто разменишься. Они, видишь, типа ждут в лобби. Стомпи. Знаю его. Кинстар тоже. Мистер Сэвидж.
А там все в лобби, да? Все игроки эти?
Там не Фекси был справа?
16 years old. Some of these guys are going to walk away with $1 million+ this weekend. At 16, what would you spend your money on? I don't even want to know.
Посмотри, несколько человек бегают.
16, man? Just a bunch of candy and energy drinks, man. I didn't really...
So basically the same as today.
Exactly. Nothing really would change. Nothing's changed.
No, it's so much fun, man. Again, people flowing on into the venue. Looking at these duos, looking at these contested areas, right? Loot Lake has been a very hot topic.
Yeah, man.
You know, Aiden had been landing there throughout all qualifiers. You see, you know, Mongrel and Mitro. I've been hearing some notes about, you know, Tilted Towers and or Neo Tilted, as it's now called, of where they're going to go. In your opinion,
там чел ошибся. Ты видел, что он сказал?
You know how detrimental it could be to your mental state.
Что сказал?
Он сказал Tilted Towers. Когда, типа, потому, типа, Neo Tilted. Типа новые Tilted, а не Tilted Towers.
That they're going to be contested. They know that, and they're not, you know, if they're, you know, intelligent players, they're going to play exactly how they've been practicing the last 10 World Cup qualifiers. They're going to go exactly where they go. They're going to push where they're going to push, and you know, they're not going to care who it's going to be. Now, me, honestly, I'd like to say that that's how I play, but dude, in a situation like this, I think that if I saw someone contesting my drop, I'd definitely defer and try to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Прикольно, да, все подготовили.
You have one bad game, getting over that.
Что так подготовили Fortnite, кстати, сделал.
Чемпионат мира.
You're going to be thinking about it in the second game, the third game. Oh my gosh, should we change our landing spots? And then if you're thinking like that, it's over.
Я тебе уверяю, знаешь, сколько сейчас человек просто в игре все новых и новых, новых и новых. Сейчас это просто пройдет за 3 дня, прикинь, вот целый. Какая подготовка у челов была? Опа, Франц.
It's a fun little, you know, hide and go seek game almost, Ninja.
Prop hunt is the greatest thing.
Ты прикинь, что они так и делали?
It is amazing. It is hilarious.
Как они играли, просто сколько же хотело пройти людей.
I mean, you could be a toilet. You know, you want to be anything. You want to be a pink flamingo.
Нормально выбежал, видел?
Go for it. Go for it. Just go for it.
Yeah, we've had some fun games.
Нихуя не будет.
That we played, but again, right now, live in the game.
Просто выбежал, все.
A little bit different than the competitive settings. Obviously, Arena, it's been talked about, Ninja. This is the most played in qualifier for a tournament ever in the history of gaming. 40 million competitors, down to the top 200. To be exact, 178 because of the double qualified players.
Right.
Ну, найдем. Смотри, как у него палец просто, видел?
Like your head, just how insane those numbers are.
I think it's just important to show and let everyone know that, man. Just that it continues to change the game. Making these qualifiers online just allowed so many of these kids to be here today.
Если бы он играет за кефирный скин почему-то. Вот кефирный скин, этот кирка.
Я не знаю, за что будет играть Джем и Скейк. У них, наверное, в своей манере они будут сидеть в этих. По их любимых,
When you talk about
events,
right, you have so much competitive experience, you've been to so many across different games and genres. The one thing that stands out to me, though, it will never feel the exact same as it does as playing at home. So for these guys, what are some tips that you can share? You think that they should kind of take into account as they're playing, maybe on land for the first time?
We'll do what I always tell people when they're saying, you know, hey Ninja, I'm going to a tournament, any advice, right? You know, it's to do exactly what you do at home, all right? If you wear socks and, you know, no shoes at home, that's what you're going to do. If you don't wear any socks at all, or you wear sandals, you wear that. If you wear nothing but sweats and PJs when you're gaming and practicing, that's exactly what you should be wearing right now when you're competing, right?
Yep.
Don't try to change anything up. Drink what you normally drink before the games, water, energy drinks, whatever the case may be, or, you know, eat what you're going to eat. Do not change anything up. It's very important to get in that mental state.
Все время сидят играют.
How you've been practicing the entire time at home.
I've even heard of stuff as far as like don't change
sleep schedule.
Absolutely. For this, like literally take it like it normally is now. Again, we talk about how there's $30 million on the Fortnite World Cup finals across today and tomorrow, but there's already been $3 million in prize money given away this weekend. That happened yesterday at the Creative World Cup finals. Let's take a look.
А кто это? Это прошлый типа? Это прошлый, да, победитель, походу? Нет. Это победитель
это за творческий режим, наверное, скорее всего.
Да, за творческий вчера.
Yeah, I always knew we had it in the bag. You know, we're the week 1 qualifiers. We're the most stacked team. There was no competition. Just when the last map was a death run, I knew we had that in the bag. We got
Death run, слышишь? Death run сказал.
Ага.
Wow, проходили. Just grab this coin right down here. If he can do this without being eliminated. There it is. The win. Oh, he missed it, but gets it with the trap trigger.
You realize that one jump won this group here an extra $1 million. It's unreal. Like, if you want to practice with death runs, you need to like.
Ну, там дезран был легкий, я бы прошел.
Try and like change everything you do every time you.
Давай, подожди.
Вы лучше он сделал, он запомнил эту штуку и на ловушку, и все, и не умер.
Это последнее задание уже, блядь.
Самое легкое задание, которое я видел. За $1 миллион.
With that prize?
I'll probably end up like saving most of the money, maybe like some investments.
He's 18 and he just won $336,000. What are you gonna do with the prize?
Rent? Rent. Yeah, I think rent. I'm gonna be responsible. I'm gonna save my money.
I am gonna be responsible and probably just invest most of it and try and get even more money back.
All right, guys, congratulations again. Absolutely outstanding job. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I cannot wait to see what the future of Creative Fortnite looks like.
The Creative World Cup Finals, so much fun yesterday. Again, congratulations to Scissors and his team.
Что по времени? Сколько времени? 30 минут они должны начать, наверное, уже.
Tyler.
Будет прям бомба.
That's correct. No, we got 4th place, but you know the crew that I picked out, man. Cal, Taco, just a good bunch of kids, man. I mean, I think, and I also got to meet a lot of the creators, the ones who developed a lot of the maps, and just a lot of passion from these guys, man. And you know, I was really happy that I was able to, not even me, together as a unit, we pulled in, you know, 300 or 295,000 as a team. I mean, little whips, man. You know, we were just killing it, little ice creams, but. That event was so incredible, and just another thing that kind of came out of nowhere again. That Epic changed the game with creative. You know what I mean? It kind of popped up out of nowhere. All these people, so many people. There were hundreds of people here because of creative.
Yeah, and again, I know I talked to Scissors about it too. He can't believe just how far it's gone from his original runs he made to now. It kind of inspired one of the 3 maps yesterday for you. What was your favorite? Was it kind of the prop hunt mode? Was it the run?
Junkyard Juke, bro.
Okay.
Hands down, Junkyard Juke is the most fun game I've ever played. I mean, if you're going to go in with a crew of like 32 people, if you can even muster up a crew of 32 people, like I want that to be a playlist where I can just go and play Junkyard Juke, and it just fills in 32 people. It's so much fun, man.
I'm with that. What about, should we get the whole squad together or not?
I'm down with. Oh, we totally should. We should get a massive content creation squad and just go into that. It'd be the most funny thing in the world. I mean, there's nothing greater when you're a little teddy bear and you're just walking around like trying to make it. It's amazing, man.
Hey, listen, it's all fun and games here. Obviously, the theme of this weekend, things going on outside of the fan festival. There's also the Battle Pass redemption. Everyone here has got tickets, has the commemorative tickets. So many things to look back on and remember these moments. For a lot of people here, whether they're players or the individuals and fans who traveled, it's their first time to New York City. Such a legendary, iconic place to have this major event. You see again the crowd continuing to fill on in, just getting some final things set up for the game so we can get it all launched for you. But trust me, we're all eagerly awaiting the start as well. So many organizations represented throughout the weekend, and I have just received the word that we want, Ninja.
Oh, man.
Game is ready to go.
I'm ready. The first Vic Roy, man. Who's it going to be, guys? All right, I want you guys to scream out your favorite duos right now, man. Let's make some noise.
Who do you think's going to win today? Scream it. I want to hear. Oh, it's gibberish. None of it makes sense.
I think I hear Mongrel, Nitro.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the Fortnite World Cup Finals duo competition begins right now.
Да, полетели. Так, найти.
Это попкорнчик делаю.
Я не вижу этот. Своих.
Мой наверху, по-моему.
Someone's gonna die.
Справа.
Someone's gonna be eliminated. Who's gonna be the first one?
Не вижу за камеру.
You don't want to be the first one knocked out in the World Cup. You know, I mean, literally, I knocked him like, you know, it was the first game in the Pro-Am, and that was just amazing. I don't want to be the first one knocking this.
No, for sure. As now,
Mr. Savage.
hop on board with my pick.
Они же смотрят, народ летит,
нет? Benji Fishy and Mr. Savage, and they're heading right towards Happy Hamlet, a place they've called home so many times. And
ты золотой зонтик.
You're flying on into here.
Это зачем? Уже пойдет, прикинь.
Не помню.
But area is contested.
Можно строить, нихера себе.
What are their comms like at this exact moment?
I mean, I think right now they're just going to be trying to hear exactly where these guys are, footsteps, any type of information they can pass off to one another.
Готово.
They've been practicing this landing. I'm pretty sure I watch these guys play literally every week because they're from EU, so they were before NA qualifiers.
Знаешь такое?
And yeah, this is exactly where they normally land. Savage and Benji, they don't always land on top of one another. And you're honestly at a disadvantage if you do land in the same house because you're going to be getting less shields of one another, right? Less chances of getting shotguns and things like that.
Я не знаю, как я проснулся, кстати, как-то. Типа, я услышал звонок, проснулся. И слышу, нет, Сергей, он спит. А нет, уже не спит.
Я тебе звонил, сейчас включу. Тусивы. Тугж. Тугжизеевы. Все равно подлаги, да, чуть? Что? Подлагивает все равно чуть.
На, полетело.
Ух, нихера там.
Оп, минус 2 сразу, все есть. Осталось еще 2. 2 килла у чела уже. Плюс 2 очка.
They're wasting a lot of material right now. You can already see it. You've got only a match left. That's 10 builds. These early game
Где Саски? Где Джампсайд?
Я не знаю, где Саски.
Сейчас как уйду на кухню, сразу, блядь, они вылезут его.
Сейчас сзади просто придет чел и все. Ну у них они преимущественно. Что не открыть.
He gets both. That's 50 shield per elim, putting him at max HP, and now he can completely change how he takes this fight. It's not like the normal games where you're still stuck at 100 health and you might second guess what you want to do. You might play a little more passively. No, because of those early elims, they now have Dusty Divot to themselves. They pushed out the Asian duo, pushing towards that top Dusty Divot side of XXM and Mend. And now they're sitting pretty. Divot all to themselves. They've got metal galore here as well as wood. The one material that really be lacking is going to be stone.
Yeah, definitely going to be lacking stone. They can get a 500 metal, which is going to be their most valuable asset here, landing in Dusty. What I'm just interested to see is, you know, they have no rotation items. When you're looking over the solo, they find something that's going to help them rotate later. There are no balls that's in Dusty, so no ballers. It's going to be very difficult to make it to the late game if you guys don't have some sort of crazy rotation. Shadow bombs, anything like that.
Here's another fight going on towards Fatal Fields, and with how little materials there are, you got to think these players down low who are already just on light HP are in a tough spot, and there it is. Scarlet and his duo, Bell, get the quick elimination onto Brush. And that's going to push back Brush's duo into Fatal Fields and try to hide for a brief moment. Another rough start right there. So much stone in Fatal Fields. I feel like Fatal Fields is a underrated landing spot.
I think you can get everything at Fatal Fields. You definitely get wood and brick very quickly, and then there's definitely some metal that you can gather around. Cars and things like that. Some tractors there in the sticks. But listen, man, I'm really curious as to why they're not pushing Sizz.
Well, it's kind of a double-edged sword too, because yes, Sizz is by himself, but we've all experienced how easily you can hide.
Не, пчел в кусте сидит нормально. Смотри, в кустах бегает.
Да. Know how to actually navigate the loop in the corn without breaking the corn. So
Пошел поднимать своего, да?
I'm not good enough to know, but there's a certain path you can go on, and Sizzlucky will actually be able to go back and pick up Brush's cards. So this is key.
You think you should go for it?
This is key. When you get brought back,
Покажите мне Рамула. Ну, по-любому должны показать это как. Все, от одного убили, а Килл получил. Второй нахуй. Зарк чего? Это Зарк. Зарк играет.
Какой у них пик там, интересно? Какой вот это вот? Зекс Ров? Зекс Ров?
Да, смотри, типа Зарк. Зарк Волк. Поднял. Поднимет.
Zax definitely can interrupt this now. He took too long to start home with the res, but it looks like he's just going to be going for the reloads, taking his time, and he might be dipping out, maybe trying to. He's definitely staying aggressive, but he's going to get the revive off, and now it's a 2-on-1 again.
Zexro staying confident though, knowing right now still at over 150 HP, has to be at 30 health. The wall comes through, trying to spray it, and it's not going to happen. And you see Zexro right there, hands right to his head. Some solid damage done, but Yuang dropped down to 59 HP. But with that elimination, we'll bump back up to over 100. Very, very close right there.
Че они где находились? Они в этих двух домах лутались и файтились? Где? Покажите пальмы. А? Тупые? Почему они пальмы? Они пальмы не показывают.
Секрет. Кто такой Секрет? А, Скарит. Секрет.
И чё мне эти лагуна, фанк бегает? Счастливый чё? Я не пойму, фанк не помню. Счастливый вроде крейзи. Его просто проскользил. Он скользит.
Ниндзя комментирует, да, тоже?
Да. Юрий Родонов и Уткин.
Забауткин, бой.
Нормально. А, вот, Фекси Лецик. А, Фекси, все. Лецик убил всех.
Да?
А. Да, смотри.
А где они? А, вон где они. Там наверху ничего.
А, это знаешь где? Это...
Где гора? Где?
Там тильты, где чилы на ХГ, там тильты. Они откуда пришли? Не помню, нормально. А нет, ничего.
У них нет киллов.
Да?
У них нет киллов, говорю.
Да, и походу он снизу, видишь, типа желтая метка? Там, наверное, оттуда Джамал. Они реплейсят, смотри.
Да.
Профессионалы. О, там чел сзади, смотри, протасовал. Реально. Это знаешь, это как на Пернише каком-то, когда в соло играли.
Дал хит.
Когда в соло ССК и Джамал играли, когда ССК вроде Джамал убил или Джамал ССК. Просто смотри на секции, ему все равно. Пошли такой. Они просто летный строит, секции, это просто без интереса бьет.
А че похер, бабки все равно получится.
Это как бы не забавки, просто играешь. Ну, ты полетишь в Нью-Йорк, будешь играть только чтобы получить $100 000.
Он хватится летик.
А, ну да, им все равно, они сейчас будут пушить каждого. Нет, ну давай.
Save a team, it's not going to happen. But there's not a lot of rotation items. I haven't seen a lot of shockwave grenades. I haven't seen a lot of shadow bombs. I don't see any launch pads in anyone's inventory.
Как всегда.
It's going to be such a the rotations late game are going to be nuts. People are going to get lasered out of the sky. And Letwick now all by himself in a one versus two.
Я уверен на... Не знаю, на 60% уверен, что сейчас еще Летик их перестреляет, типа это будет настолько чит. Я не знаю, что сделал Пепси, но он такой. А, Летик ушел от них.
Ушел?
Да, Летик ушел.
Поднимать? Нельзя поднимать что?
А как он поднимет? Там же нет. Норвард. Я не вижу самого главного молодого чувака, который прошел почти во всех неделях. Где он?
Now moving towards the dusty divot diner. You see clicks.
Clicks?
Yeah, the very young duo from NA East. And you just said yourself, I didn't even know you could farm this.
You could get down there.
This is the beauty of it, right? These are the top players in the world showing off the little things that they know that really no one else can pick up on. Many teams already stacking here. There's so many materials to be farmed up, and for a lot of players, Ninja, once they get max, they don't just stop there. They keep farming to have an excess for more and expend a lot of materials quickly. On the bottom right of your screen, you see a fight going down in Salty Springs. A lot of grenades being thrown right there. That's going to be Serpent and Hype.
Serpent.
If you guys can look up the mini map that we're staring at,
Hype.
every single team is now in the safe zone. Everyone is safe in the next circle. It is moving in. Double heavy sniper is in play. For those of you guys who do not know, a heavy sniper will take out a metal wall. It'll take out pretty much any structures. So if you have two teammates who have double heavy snipers, you can see a team line up a shot of somebody hiding in a 1-by-1 and be able to take them out.
And that changes the game completely. Once you hear double heavy, you can no longer sit still ever. Or if you know where they're at, you have to make sure you have at least 2 walls of cover on that side to protect you from the inevitable double snipe. And when we say double snipe, it's as far as 1, 2, 3, shoot. And they both fire at the same time and catch you off guard.
There's absolutely zero time to react. And one thing you guys that we've talked about are the rotation items. We got 6 shadows for this guy, and they have a baller, so they're sitting pretty. I think these guys are in a great spot.
Absolutely. And you see the zone did just update towards the northern side of this current storm. Storm Surge is now in play, so players beginning to drop. 80 players in total in this game. They will just rotate on out of here. Hype and Serpent don't want the fight. And that's Jay now quite weak. With Storm Surge beginning to tick in, Quentin and Lanouf now having to push a fight. Storm Surge is affecting them as well. And you see it just kind of
Нави чуваки. Нави чувак.
and there they go. Getting dropped by Storm Surge. Unfortunate for them, but again, with not enough damage done, they do fall
Нави
below
не
that
русская
threshold.
команда в Fortnite.
Storm Surge really does just force people into some pretty
Она не
tricky
СНГ.
situations, but again, man, it just goes to show a lot of aggressiveness is going to pay off for teams, man. You don't want to be put in that situation where, you know,
Ну, в принципе, 73 человека живы, я не думаю, что... На, просто и учила зашили.
Was that a replay? This went down.
Airwalks.
Все забрали локу, как так сказать.
Our back-to-back winner of the Pro-Am does go down. Airwalks
Но мне кажется, они договорились не прыгать.
As they do go out quite early on. 71 players left in this game. 38 duos. Again, it's a slow crawl as everyone begins to drop. Have you ever seen anything like this?
No, I think that the only time that we saw numbers like this were when the circles were, they didn't really chunk that much, and they were more centralized at the beginning of competitive. So really no one had to rotate that much and no one had to fight. So now that these circles are really just kind of moving around the map, you can't really predict them. I mean, you're getting these players who have, again, the great aim, and they're just beaming people who are focusing on trying to rotate in the circle. Now look, so many people coming from the south right now. And it's just free kills if you guys are in a top position with solid aim, man. You're going to Texture right now, already getting beamed. He's spamming the spacebar, trying to make it as difficult.
Качество говёное.
He sees a lot of, look at already trying to figure out right now, where's he going to land? Look at all these people who are already boxed up, they're already creating.
Что лагает? Почему? Ты видишь, как он лагает?
Это не у него, а у нас самая трансляция.
I mean, if you can get in a position where some players are already getting focused on the outside, 8 grenades, he might be able to clean up those kills too.
Yep, that's right there. They do box up in time. Did take some shield damage, but thankfully they have some minis.
Сколько народ транслирует эту трансляцию?
Just a few brief moments as there's Eclipse now using them. He's got his teammate right next door as well. Medkit, so they're going to pop that too. Every little bit of HP matters. Saving the campfire for the late game, it appears. Ronaldo
save the campfire.
In the elimination feed right there.
Монgrел. В душ конкретно. У Митра один, у Монгрела один.
Love watching this guy play, man. I'm serious. I mean, here's, you just check his inventory. Only got 2 guns right now, which is inventory rifle and a combat shotgun. So he has no
сейчас выйдут, и я этому Томасу SD.
An SMG, tactical
даст
star,
пару
rifle, star, anything like that.
Внизу что есть все.
Gotta have a gun that can shoot pretty quickly to kill players and hit players through their 1-bys. You know, very difficult. Look at that healing too, though. 5 slurps, 2 slurps, 5 chug splashes.
They already have a slurp ticking. This is insane.
Super close to the zone as well. They don't have to move too far.
Yep, and material-wise, looking at
135 total
build, they're in a fantastic position to make some noise in game number 1. We'll definitely keep up to date with them. The slipstream slowly inching towards where it begins to shut down Ninja, but with so many slipstreams still available in this current zone, a lot of players are going to use that to rotate on in freely without using launch pads or the shadow bombs. There's your whole map right there. The eastern side of the zone. None of these players really going to be into play. They're going to have to inch a little bit more towards the lake if they want to be safe.
Some of the best. I mean, look, these are the best players in the world.
Я вижу Саваги там также.
Вообще не вижу ничего, блядь.
I'm sorry, man. I just can't, man. You guys notice also Stinks, man.
Я угораю тебя.
Сейчас сдохли? Серьезно, сдохли?
Да, навряд.
Ну их вообще нигде нету. Я не знаю, где они могут сейчас сидеть, чтобы их не было видно.
Минус Монгрел.
Монгрел отмена. Да, Дмитрий еще.
Нахуга.
Просто смотришь, как народу? Это один человек.
12 damage below, will have to begin to put shots down range. The zone pushing as well. So in this position, with the zone at their back, Mitro's goal, spray at players who have to push from the zone. They have one way they can go. They can't afford to take storm damage. They've got to push right at him, and Mitro knows that. Now begins the fire. Dubs just below as well. One of the players who qualified multiple times through solos and then once in duos.
They also have great rotation. 2 ballers still intact. And here's the thing that you just mentioned, all these players are rotating in.
Вы победили?
Everyone knows that. Very little ammo though. Look, these are the last 9 assault rifle shots. Inventory. It is getting scrappy, folks. And there's the split. Still though only 80, meaning combined between the two. They really only have about 150 shots to work with. The zone still pushing. 61 players left. Reminder, folks, this is game number 1 of 6 today in the duos competition. Dubs does go down as a player got that back wall and he wasn't quite ready for it. Mega frantically backing on up, trying to create some space. Will he be able to
He's gonna go for the pop that slurp. He's got the storm surge on. He's trying to be aggressive. Oh, he's still below, right? He's gonna need to be aggressive. He won't even have time to revive his teammate. His teammate got finished, actually, so he's got all the shields in the world. He can get back up to full health. Storm Surge is still ripping him apart. That slurp is barely keeping him alive.
Hitting him for 25 damage every time it winds up ticking. There it is again, dropping on in. Mega's hand is forced. Some big damage right there, still below. As players are continuing to drop all around, but Mega doing a solid job of keeping himself alive right now through the Storm Surge.
Роналду бегает к Криштиану. Слева наверху. А что за чел Мега? Кто такой?
Мега.
Он один, он соло.
Да, его друг такой бегает.
Он нахер он так нахуй так сделал?
Он хэви не берет ничего.
Бой там просто раздолбай, ни хера себе.
Дмитров внизу оказался.
Ману, смотри, кто не играет. Тут он даже не успеваешь лутаться его, что нашел и все, нахуй, никакие там его. А когда airdrop падает?
Вон летит, живой до сих пор.
Ага. А где ССК? Джампсайт где? Как?
Ну, просто прыгнули, приземлились, их убили. Так же, как и нас сливают, это все возможно, съедать.
И что это, они одну катку будут играть?
Я не знаю. Навряд ли. Каток 5. Ничего такое, типа, за одну катку, блядь, у каждого по-разному все может быть. Ну, сейчас Ретик возьмет, выиграет по катку, и все.
А где он? Нет ССК? Джем тоже.
Никого.
Только Летик один живой из всех.
Да. Они сидят просто, наверное, его так мотивируют, они же рядом, нет? Митр 100 стал. А вот Летик, он хитовый почти.
Где он? Я не вижу.
Летик там рядом, он сидел прям рядом с челами, которые были под зоной, поэтому прям не видно ничего.
Does land. Yes, but taking no storm damage, just playing right on the edge. Yeah, right on the edge of the zone right now.
Кинг, сколько чуваку этому лет? Когда этому Кингу? Лет 10.
А, не, Роналдо жив. Вообще-то Роналдо жив. 4
ну я тебе говорю. Короче, Роналдо жив, да.
Даже тут он нас заставляет смотреть, как он играет. А у меня резко 20.
Ебой, там народу.
Да, там точно не замсайда никого.
Вот ты что за мелкий чувак, а туда внизу справа?
Не знаю.
Ну сколько лет ему? Лет 10-9 его, слышишь?
Возможно.
А зону быстро идет, что ты говоришь? Уже такая зона.
Смотри, до сих пор сколько человек, 37 человек по этой зоне бегут. Бенц Фиш живой, Мистер Сэвидж живой. Сэвидж закил. А я не вижу его.
Он Летик наверху, или нет? Эти Летик нет.
Там сверху Бенц Фиш и Мистер Сэвидж. А, так вот они сверху. Все, Саваги сдох. Нитро сверху. А нет, Митро его ногнул, да? Митро до сих пор живой. А Левик, походу, сдох, как я понимаю.
Да. Мангал ушел его.
Вообще, на кого ставка была, типа, изначально на все, пока он нравится. Оп, минус все. Топ-2. А это топ-3.
Митро живой.
Живой Митро. И все. Кого я знаю.
Мега какой-то он там.
Ну и наша Омега живая. Митр просто, Митр живой.
Митр, смотри, как Митр делает, смотри.
Смотри, убил. Убьет, нет, убьет.
Убил. Все, 2 на 1. 2 на 1.
Хорош. За ухо у него там. Сейчас приду.
Talk about a monster game number one. You saw the immediate reaction. They know how key that was. And I've watched so many games of competitive Fortnite, Ninja. They were the only duo left with still like 18 players remaining. When they get the high ground like that, they send one player down to get close. Scarlet was already weak, and there's just no shot. In the end, the veteran players of Zate and Sap take game number one. And you know, Ninja, that was a big topic of conversation. Players with LAN experience, players who've been around the Fortnite competitive scene at these major events for a long time. Will they let the nerves get to them? Guess what? The answer is no. Zate and Saf take game number one.
Kept their composure. It was absolutely incredible to watch, man. And seriously, these guys have been absolutely dominant in the World Cup qualifiers online. And it's only fair that they continue to show their dominance here at the actual World Cup stage.
Сейчас можно катку даже сыграть, потому что они сейчас будут просто интервью брать.
Ноль человек никто не смотрит. Да, все, там вот сейчас посмотрите, даже есть сейчас, вас наведу сейчас я, World Cup Fortnite. Смотри, на основном смотрят 460 тысяч. Такой чувак ЭГН 41 тысяча. Fortnite World Cup, Fortnite, кончилось. Вчерашнее. Так, кто еще стримит? Фолагор какой-то стримит, 28 тысяч у него. Потом Blackstover 2000 чувака сидят. Какой-то Павик 830. Какой-то чувак Кризомбан 30 чуваков сидят. Одного чувака 33. 5500 чувака сидят потом. Чувака, что у меня сидели, что ли?
Send a Ninja and I your thoughts after
Нормально.
game number one. Who surprised you? What are you looking forward to in games 2 through 6? For me, other things I noticed, man, you've got to be on your A game. When it comes down to taking note of where you are with the storm surge, those were longer storm surges that have lasted than I've ever seen before.
I've honestly never seen Storm Surge affect the game so much. Yep. Because here we are having 80 people left after the second circle. So, you know what I mean? Like, and these guys, they're not going to let you hit them. You know what I mean? And if you want to put shots on these guys, it's going to be when they're flying in the air, rotating, which you also expose yourself to a sniper shot. You know,
absolutely.
High risk, high reward, man. Right?
It's,
let's see how these guys change. I wonder if the guys who did get hurt a lot by the Storm Surge, are they going to make changes in the second game? Are they going to be a little bit more aggressive and trying to deal some damage as they rotate? That's what I want to know.
That's a great way to think of it. I know there were so many people that want to give their thoughts on these games, but over at Unreal Island, we've got our very own Sundown with his thoughts on game.
Thank you so much, Courage and Ninja. In the first match of the duos competition is over, and the Victor Royale's experience wins out. We talked about Energy Zate and Ghost Sap and how they've been playing so long together, and that endgame was a prime example of textbook Zate and Sap. We're going to re-roll it one more time, and we're going to break down kind of how they were able to keep the control. Now, pay attention right away.
Почему они показывают, как сыграли обычно?
Sap has one angle while Zate is going forward,
and
they're moving back over the targets they've already established, but the angles they take make sure they're covering everything. They hear the shots below, they're putting the fire down towards them.
Scarlet is able to pick up Nitro,
but doesn't have enough to get out. Zate and Sap, 5 eliminations, Victory Royale. 15
Victory Royale.
Showing that their competitive experience, their experience on stage and at major LAN events is winning out right now. They say nerves, what nerves? We might as well be playing at home on our own stations because they are just that good. Match 1 is over. Time to get back over the stage for match 2. Ninja and Courage, take it away.
Thank you very much, Sundown. Great stuff as always there from Unreal Island outside of the venue, enjoying the event themselves. But again, game number 1 in the books. Obviously, so many updates to see exactly where we stack up in the end, those final moments can be so hectic. But before we hop into game 2, we will have a standings update for you all at home. Who do you think's up top of it right now? Well, guess what? It's
Вот смотри.
And Benji, Mr. Savage. Just incredibly clutch solo moves and plays.
Нажал мистер на 5 месяцев, 6 килов.
Guess what? Imagine when they're healthy and when they actually get some good rotation items. I'd love to see how they're going to.
Маград взял 1 килл, наверное, и Митро все 5.
You did a great job pointing out Mitro at the end. Not only does he stay alive, not only does he perfectly use his materials and his movement items, but he somehow finds 5 more limbs, putting his team from probably an abysmal game 1 to top 3 in our leaderboards. Again, here are your standings from game number 1. Dubs and Mega, they wind up making it through as well, and that's because of Mega staying alive too.
Absolutely.
А что говорит джампсайд, что говорит?
Чё?
Они говорят джампсайд. Долбал чихать, блядь.
I am ready, ladies and gentlemen, in this sold-out arena. Are you guys ready for game number 2? Oh yeah, they are. Oh yeah, they are.
Что такое?
7, 6, 5,
Я?
Как начинается? Да.
Я тоже.
Что же тоже заболел?
Что-то такое уже.
Как так можно дома сидишь, заболел?
Че, поехали, играют в уровне? Это соло играют.
Да, соло.
Соло играют.
Куда
Или нет?
соло? Соло завтра.
А, и второй уже матч?
Да.
Ну и чё, где наши там чуваки, ебать?
Там также были пышные, покажите пышные.
Ну вон пышно летят.
Ну смотри, что туда летит.
Many players have gotten better at spotting llamas from very, very far away.
Не, лутать, конечно, вышку это овер тупое занятие.
Видел, кому падает?
Да.
Ламу нашли.
А, не на ламу.
But if you actually keep an eye out for that adorable pink, purple, and blue llama,
there's one.
I mean, look, you're just going to get rewarded with shield, rotation. There's shadow bombs, campfires, minis. I mean, these are incredibly valuable.
And remember, materials get capped at
Hello,
500 of each type. So when you get 350, it's done its job for you. You can spend much less time looting and, farming, and much more time looting. And look at Zay perfectly using the Shadow Bomb Ninja. For players at home who are wondering how he just used it for way more than the 6 seconds it actually lets you use it for, explain a little bit of staying on the side of the mountain.
Yeah, all you have to do is just continue that jump animation. That's going to trigger the double jump. And as long as you don't touch any solid ground, you're going to be able to continue to double bounce back and forth, man.
Соло играет, по-моему.
Смотри, справа гусь.
Гусь, блядь. Гусь, блядь.
Да. Дреды просто сделал сеть. Хочет дреды чел, поэтому не такой.
Ну иди зоны, ебай.
Are in play, so everyone near the middle and south side will have to move,
А
and you see
спальня
the
выше
elimination
что-то.
feed very early on.
Там он двое лутается, с другой стороны, еще там четверо,
A
по-моему.
tough start for the duo from 100 Thieves right there, as you've got to wonder if Arkram's still alive. Either way, though, Daedra and M11Z
looks like they have players
down in Loot Lake. In Loot Lake, Lucky Landing, and they do have a duo nearby.
Looks like they're trying to obviously back away, continue to farm up. Lucky Landing is not really a 4-person landing. When more than two people land here, one of them is going to be leaving a little bit handicapped.
Йованга.
That last big shield, so all of his damage that he will take from now on will be permanent unless he gets an elimination and gets.
Look at how good these stink grenades are right now.
Ты вагина, он написал.
Have lost so much HP off the start of this one just from getting ticks.
На, прилетело.
Вагина. So another player turning their attention towards this fight at Snobby, but KBB does go down. It's now
KBB
himself and no materials left, Ninja.
He can't even take a wall.
They're really, this is an abysmal position to be in. Yuang knows that, trying to fall back to his teammate to maybe sneak a revive, but I just don't see.
A lot of these players really are kind of hesitant. You know what I mean? They don't necessarily want to push. There is a third party now. They don't have a lot of shield.
Are they going to get off
the right play? They're going to go forward. Yuang knows.
Нас.
And he's going to get the double.
Он двоих
He's going to get the double
выставил,
and the revive on
Хуй.
KBB.
Ну да, нормально, чувакам пошел. Чувакам что-то нормально дал.
Takes them down. The 4 builds left. I believe there was some help The shots that came in from that third team getting nearby, which weakened them at first. Yuwang gets the cleanup on the last one right there. What a swing for the duo.
No.
Shot does come in onto Keys, though, as another fight going down just outside the desert side of the map. Keys and Slacks up against 2.
Running out of materials already, and guess what? These guys are at the farthest point of the storm.
Yep.
So this is not, they can't afford this fight, right? The longer this takes, they're not going to be able to get materials. They're going to be burning all the materials in this fight right now. So they're definitely going to need these elims to make up for it.
That was a clean knock on Landjock. And Landjock and Punisher went down early last
Чё
game
там?
as well. And it looks
Показывали,
like
нет?
Landjock will suffer the same fate here.
Upgraded combat shotgun, you know he's going to
Может,
take
они
that.
просто ушли
Punisher trying to make some
домой?
plays here. So
На
now
последний
it's a
залетят,
2-on-1
выиграют
situation.
всех.
Just need to play the numbers advantage. And again, Storm is about to start moving, so they're going to have to make the plays.
А чё Virtus.pro платит, блядь?
No ammunition.
Чё?
Что, домой пошли? А чё, говорим, Virtus.pro платит, чтобы домой пошли?
Goes down, and there's the frustration in the player camera right there. Slacks and Keys, 2 quick eliminations. But you mentioned they can't afford to do that. It takes so much time in that fight. They've got to go very far still. Now over to Neo Tilted, Clicks and Skeptic in a fight.
Got some shield. Doesn't necessarily want to use this mini to only get a 10. And he looks like he's trying to obviously take some ult, help his teammate out. No, he's getting taken.
Забрал он стенку, мамон.
With the trap kill, he's going to get the knock.
Хорош. Лучше.
When you guys are in fights like this, you always want to do exactly what he's doing right now, which is branch out, continue to build these little
Там осел просто
try to
снизу.
confuse your opponent
Осел
where you
написано.
actually are
Осел.
healing up.
Skeptic just 8 builds left. They're trying to stay alive right now. They do have the number advantage. Clicks has time to pop 1 mini, and it looks like they're going to go for it right now. They made the conscious decision to try to build out, but no.
У тебя Дигл, наверное, ППшка, смотри, МК и все.
Yep.
А, помпу сделал только что.
Что он показал?
Вот так вот.
Ну я понял. Типа, я увидел, что я не понял, что это за жест. О, Митро и Манграл. И Юхана. Они 100-100.
Манграл, смотри, злой какой. Смотри.
Просто как-то.
Все, минус.
Я не буду его убивать.
Скар легендарная, Томпсон, палка легендарная, Барри.
Просто видал, забрал с первого раза.
Просто съели его, просто сожрали.
А им все равно, смотри, насколько они играют позитивно. Вот, видишь, смотри, увидели чего все. О, Эйден. Видал? А, ну тупой Эйден, все, отменяем Эйдена. Зачем вы его показываете? Оп, ПП.
А, где все наши-то?
Ну, прошлый хотя бы Кекси показали, лето. Кекси как тупой, видел, что сделал?
На.
А там не наши? Не нашим прилетело?
На это что ли?
Кого убили, я не вижу. Я как взял Эйден красиво.
And look, Aiden actually, there was 2 big shields. Yeah. Aiden's got the full health.
That's incredible, man.
See the stats so far this game. Aiden has done 434 damage, has taken 312, and he's near backup to max health. I know Aiden is a crowd favorite here. Every time the camera goes on, there's a big cheer from this sold-out arena.
For those of you guys who do not know, the Storm Circle is about to update right now. We just saw our second one, forcing everyone out of the north side of the map. And also, guess what? Every single llama was found. All 5 llamas have been found, so we have some probably high material players right now. A lot of rotation. Oh my god, I can't even.
Oh my god.
You're getting into it.
Oh my god.
A lot of people.
I love it.
Yeah, we're looking around. They're all gone. There's only 1 airdrop that's left, which means a lot of players. It's very difficult, man. Going for airdrops is super risky, but it looks like everyone at the World Cup here is taking their chances.
And what's kind of funny with this zone, as you see it on the bottom right side of your map, the slipstreams are there to basically help everyone get from the southeast, east, and south side of the map easily into this zone. So if you kind of sit outside and wait for players to
Мне кажется, я не смогу стримить все время, типа, я устану сидеть.
You might think, oh well, there's no
Оставь просто, иди и гуляй.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm saying free damage for Storm Surge when that comes into play.
Что, идем на улицу?
Very, very soon.
Да,
We're
башка
about a
болит.
minute away.
It literally looks like we've been watching.
Я быстро прогулялся.
But there's 84 teams, 84 players left still.
Yep. I guess that's a testament to our
Ого.
servers backstage.
Ой, накидали. Ой, накидали.
Это Эйден все сделал. Он просто зажал. Не видел, что ли? Эйден зажал, и все, минус 100.
Are they the best healing item currently in this meta?
I think that, you know, there's a lot of items that get added where, you know, not everyone
Видел тактики у чего? У чего Маграла было, видел? Палка легендарная, Скар легендарный.
Reactions from an item being added, then the Pug Splashes were added. I mean, nothing but
Чебречки ушел, бля.
It was absolutely incredible. I woke up to some delightful posts. Delightful, just some delightful posts. Those of you guys who don't know,
Delightful posts.
each one splash, they come in packs of 2, you can stack up to 6.
А вон,
Маграла Мидра.
они спрятаны на парке уже.
They can be used to heal you and your teammates around you as well as.
Что, походу, наши сливают нормально.
Что-то все, да, походу, наши сливают.
Here are Mongrel and Mitro in the zone, and you talked about this inventory. I'm going to come out and say it right now.
По факту просто может не вести с лутом. Мы еще, типа, не до конца уверены, что они не живут.
So they're in a position right now, Ninja, where they have a pop-up.
Вот интерес бывает нормально.
With only 6 games being played after the first 2, they could be your leaders. Absolutely. I mean, they were only.
Смотри, как у них работает. Митро вверх добывает. Програл вниз. А вот Сейдер начал.
Своего стрелял, видел?
So he can't even spray right now.
No, it's
He was spray an AR, and that's not really going to be effective against top players if you're actually trying to take walls.
I don't know.
Well, the player tried to drop a trap down low to bait Aiden.
Ну вот мы кидали нормально.
This seasoned veteran trying to cover his back. Players beginning to spray on through. Stink bombs dropping, and there's one of limb. Another shot comes in.
Gets his shield. That's why he went for the thirst. Yep.
Это просто катка Эйдена и это чувак.
They've got to get out of the stinks. Look at how weak they are.
У Эйдена вообще, смотри, 16 хп. По нему стинки кидают.
Забрали.
Видел, что он сделал?
Да.
Он вниз ушел.
Забрали.
2 хп вылетело.
But it looks like Spades is just way more healthy. And obviously there's 3 other players who are around him as well. So what's he going to do? Looks like he's going for high ground, smart play, but he's out of
Yes, yes.
Oh, no, he's got what he's got. We both freaked out.
Going to put himself in a nice pyramid. For those of you guys who don't know, when a brick or a metal pyramid.
Big thing to know. Look at his zone. He has to push. That's it. He has to push. He has 52 health, but the zone is right at his back. He's got to go. Don't even worry about Storm Surge there.
Ой, кинули нормально. На.
I mean, that's just the worst position to be in any competitive game, is being weak, low materials, low health, and being forced to
play.
Every time you watch Aiden, and whoever he's playing with, they are always the most aggressive, it appears. Yes. If you remember the famous moment, I think for me, arguably one of the most famous moments in Fortnite competitive history was the Nick Merckx and Aiden duo, where they made it into the big bonus about a year ago.
Oh my God.
And a crowd popped off. Well, they're always scrappy getting into eliminations. Here, the stat popped up for a second. Aiden and Sean had done 680 damage in the game. The average in the lobby was 80. They were 600 above in this lobby already. Unfortunately, Speaking of potential fights, here's Sizlucky and Brush, who we saw earlier on in the last game at Fatal Fields, struggle to stay alive. Now in another tough spot as they're both low on shields and low on health.
Decent rotation items, 2 shadows on the launch.
Маграла и Мидра.
Keep stressing that because you guys have one shadow can get you into another zone. Yep. It's gonna hopefully get you those placement points.
Кто-нибудь из наших жив?
Нет, наверное.
But yeah, as you said with Aiden, we mentioned earlier, are people going to change how they're going to play, right? Are they going to do anything different here?
Ты просто не показывают, ты видишь?
We can say that Aiden's squad is not doing anything different. They're being incredibly aggressive. They're putting the damage down.
Блин, Митри Маграл настолько хорошо отыгрывает сейчас.
And that was the top 5 leading into
Просто
this game. You
стабильно.
see it updated again right there on your
Они будут на
screen,
первом в этой
where the
катке.
leaderboard is at the moment. Mitro and Mongrel staying alive, holding this pyramid edit. And for people at home who might not know, he's not exposed right there, right, Ninja? He's peeking through his build.
Correct. As you guys are moving through a pyramid, you hit edit on it.
Я не вижу, по кому они стреляют, только пиксели.
Значит, такое все качество. Нет фекси, электрик, скай джем, нету.
Я их пока не вижу еще. Но сейчас 66 человек. Я не думаю, что останем даже. А просто челы, потому что делят локу прям 5, не знаю, может быть, этих. 5 пар может быть в одной лодке. Они же не стреляются в самом начале. А джем, ССК, они просто летят сразу по-любому. Они найдут, не знаю, дробовики любые просто, и все, готовы. Также летают. Поэтому они умерли, может быть. Я не уверен.
And go for it. Yeah, just risk it all. Most of these teams will mess that up. Now, we talked about our Game 1 winners, the team that took home the Victory Royale, which is, again, 10 placement points, the max you can get for placement in these games. It was Zayt and Saf, and
У тебя есть, друзья, джем?
У меня?
Да.
Откуда? Мне не добавит. Только если я с ним не буду играть.
Watch them fight a little bit earlier on. Against Landjock and Punisher. Heals till his teammate comes in. Yep. No, he missed one. He did miss it. No, his teammate's full. Teammate's full. Don't worry.
It doesn't matter.
Teammate's full.
I was playing with Myth the other day, and he was using a lot of chug splashes without me, so hey, I'm really sensitive on it. Still really sensitive.
We'll let you and Myth handle that one. As again, it seems like some tension there, but we continue to move on in this fight. This is game 2 of 6, folks. The match will be going on throughout the day. 62 players left in this one.
Матч, вот, видишь, типа справа вверху матч, второй из 6.
Looks like they did a duo shockwave to try to fly across the map together. Good teamwork. As the frantic rotation begins to move on in, more Storm Surge will soon begin to come into play as well.
Yeah, I got a question for you, man.
Yes.
Я смотрю, в хорошем качестве смотрю.
Чё?
Через Twitch в хорошем качестве я смотрю.
Через стрим?
Через Twitch.
А ты стримить Twitch можешь?
I want to rotate early and try to begin to spray back on the opponents to get some free eliminations.
Yes.
If you get the zone on you, you begin to just build on up and get that height so you can spray on down as well.
Вообще, я могу YouTube стримить. Я только игры могу стримить.
Почему такое?
We're looking over here at Yuang, 3 eliminations, sitting here with some very good materials, and definitely a very delicious loadout. Anyone with a heavy sniper and a blue SMG in a combat.
And remember, he started the game in Snobby Shores with that clutch when KBB did go down, so they're still in this one because
he still has that beautiful blue combat where he clutched it with, man.
Yes, he does, and all the materials he could ever ask for it. Nearly 100 builds in this one.
You see they're marking right now. I think they have a double heavy sniper combo.
They're either marking double heavy or they're saying, focus this, the zone's closing there.
We're gonna find out soon enough. It literally looks like he's marking exactly. He's trying to look and see. Yep,
oh, they do have a double heavy sniper. And Ninja called it, the man knows. They see one. And
you guys saw the pyramid. This is exactly what Jack talked about earlier. You need 2 walls, 2 layers protecting you from one of those walls so that double sniper will not take you down.
А после этой катки, наверное, завершу стрим. Ну, вообще. Шонклайн.
Чё?
Шонклайн, говорю, вообще фу. Не могу даже слить.
Мангрел. Дал хит. Дали хит.
Ага, кидали.
Always see them doing this. They always split half and half maps with one another, and then they go and collect the others. And it's just a perfect way of making sure that you guys have equal material.
Я просто потом, я типа, пойду, я буду смотреть на это. Но без стрима. Сейчас я хочу лечь.
Ложись, смотри.
Это по-тупому будет. Ой, глупо слышно.
51 players still remain, by the way, in a circle this small. They're just trying to get as many limbs possible as people are rotating in. Metro on the bottom right of your screen.
Так что, наши живы? Нет, покажите хоть одного.
Нет.
Just sprayed down with Mongrel in a fight. Gets one player weak, but does have to back up. Get the clutch. Someone else stole the kill from him.
Все опять делает.
Metro gets chucked as well.
Still have a launch pad, but again, when you're on, you're in a
О,
situation
Монгрел вообще больно. Много.
with nothing but grenade
А, и
shots
Митро
and frag
умер.
grenades, and they're both going to be eliminated. And Mongrel also, sorry, Airwax just
Запушили.
You see Cease in the elimination feed. Does look like, remember early on, Elevate did go down there.
Loot looks so delicious. They go for it.
Zane Sap, do they do it?
Do you go for the launch pad there and so many materials?
This is game-changing loot right now. They've got the builds to go for it if they want.
They're gonna do it.
They're gonna make the play.
A gold combat shotgun too, man.
Zane and Sap
uncontested.
That's one of those risk versus reward plays that can help set them up for 2 victory royales in a row.
Mongrel and Micho's loot too, man.
Oh, that was
making a
and
statement.
we know that was juicy loot.
Yeah, they're making a statement saying, listen, we're from NA, we're here to play. Taking out the Elo, didn't know they took them out, but they're definitely taking their loot.
Yeah, for sure, as they are still above this.
Still great rotation items too. They both each have a launch pad, both have 2 shotgun grenades, and they're gonna go. He didn't get it though, they try to get both at the same time. Gonna be flying and
Ребенок к своему пчелу полетел.
167 damage above the threshold, so they're looking pretty good right now. The question is, are they going to keep mid-ground, go for low ground, high ground? What's the play?
They didn't get the full launch pad. He might have to use his own. Yes, he does again, and that actually works out. He hits his head on something, which takes him down from having to, fly all the way up and get beamed. And they're going to challenge high ground right now. Zayt and Sap looking to do what many would think was impossible, which is win back-to-back games in the stacked lobby. Just saw Falconer in the feed as well. Arkrum with an elimination too.
Вон Летвик.
15 duos left as we're moving towards the
Да?
placement points.
Да, вон наверху. В середине прыгает, вон на этих, на шидовках. Вправо ушел. Вправо отпрыгнул.
А, вон, да, вижу. А где? Джем. Ну, Летвик опять живой, да.
Летвик один, что ли?
Ну, фиг, как всегда.
На, ёбну.
Летвик живой,
Летвик не снимает, потому что он один играет в соло.
Да?
Летвик не снимает, потому что он соло играет.
В смысле?
Да, вон Летвик наверху. Нокнул чувака, вон и Летвик наверху.
Летвик не наверху.
Вон Летвик, смотри, снимает его.
Я вижу сверху. Справа. 30. Ой-ой.
Душу, шакал. Ну что за скин сделал? А, это врачих.
Твой скин, чел, сверху.
Да. Мало.
Что там, Летвик выжил? Нет? А, его убили, все, да?
Убили, да?
Да.
Один Летвик только точно, блядь.
Zay taken down as well. Snappy still with the high ground. Zex and Vinny and TSM crew looking good, and they're going to take it. They just took high ground. Snappy gave it to him.
And they just got the high ground. Great use of the shockwave as well. Vinny as well as Zexro.
Что они, которые вчера топ-1 взяли, которые они умерли сейчас?
О, Зарк играет.
Качество офигенно сделали.
Нет.
Офигенно качество. Ну, а теперь опять. Вингстайл.
Серьезно было?
Да.
Он взял его руку, типа, сам себя.
my Jack, it's pretty expected at this point. But God, 2 NA teams have taken game 1 and game 2, and honestly, I think that we can all say that the teams hyped up the most have been easy. Guess what?
Может поспать лечь?
They've also been performing well. They still have so many points from
К магазину я проснулся.
Oh man, what a great shotgun shot. They were perfectly in sync. They're even jumping and shotgunning at the same time. Vinny, pop off, man. You love the pop off.
So hyped. Zexro's about to start cranking 90s or default dancing in the lobby.
Like he's trying to talk about literally what are they going to do in the next game. Reminds me, I've been in this situation before. He grabbed his hand and took it for himself, man. That's a top teammate, man. Great.
Ну, скорее всего, тот недовольный чемпионом.
The energy in here is insane. I am looking around and there are thousands and thousands of people filling up the Arthur Ashe Stadium live from New York City. Again, my name Jack Courage Dunlop, joined by Tyler Ninja Blevins for what is the first ever Fortnite World Cup Finals. $30 million on the line this weekend. Millions will be tuning on in from across the world. There's so many ways to watch, and we're just 1/3 of the way done with today's action, and it's already been fantastic.
Don't even want to end, man. I could be here all night. These games are incredible. Just listen, if you guys are watching at home, you guys want to be here, right? You guys want to be competing. Take notes.
Вон.
Taking it there on the floor with none other than Jordan Fisher.
Thank you so much, Courage. I appreciate that. NA showing up and taking care of business. Games 1 and 2, Vinny and Zexro with a fantastic in, both together, which is an incredible thing, right? Walk me through the just in-game for you guys.
So the comp's kind of hectic because of all the noise, but we're just really good at playing together. Like, we're the longest duo that have played together, so yeah, we're just not a...
Great, fantastic work, guys. Back to you, Ninja and Courage. JD!
Thank you so much, Jordan, the duo of Vinny and Zexro. You know, they've always been known as being so aggressive.
Yeah.
From all the times we've seen them in these competitive tournaments. While they might be some younger players, they've definitely been around the block here in competitive Fortnite.
Again, you just see them, just like a lot of other talent here, always at the top of the duo qualifiers every single week. Even though they already qualified, they continue to keep playing and practicing. Guess what? They just took the game number 2. You got to be pumped right now, man. Once you win one of these games, you can't let up, though. Again, and that's why I love that energy. Zex was immediately just, I felt like he was just talking about, what are we going to do next? Hey, man, good job. We won that. Let's do it again. Yeah. Right? How are we going to change, maybe even do better somehow, get more limbs in game 3?
No, for sure. And they know that. They're not going to take their foot off the gas pedal. Folks, we have our standings after game number 2. Where are things playing on out? It is still Zayt and Sap at the top. Dubs and Mega at 18 points in second. Zexro and Vinny with that performance go from 0 points up to 17, Ninja. And that is the beauty of how this plays on out. Anyone can have a pop-off game and come right back. Mongrel and Mitro still in your top 5, as well as Serpent, Hype, Darox, Item, Vorwin and Tux, Snappy and Red Rush all there. While Zayt and Sap do have a nice little lead right now, nobody is safe from the rest of this lobby. I'll tell you that right now.
I mean, just take a look at the points, Courage. You got 11 points, right? Benji and Mr. Savage, they fell out of the top 10. But look at that. Storm and Epic Whale, 12 points. Daedra, M11Z, 12 points, 12 points, 12 points. All they need is 2 or 3 points, 2 or 3 extra eliminations right there, and boom, they'll move up 6 places. Yep. You know what I mean? So it's still anyone's game. All right, 2 pop-off games, 1 pop-off game, boom, you're already in the top 5.
Remember, if you get 50th place or 11th place, from that whole time in between, you win $100,000 as a duo.
Still.
But if you go from 10th up to 1st, it jumps all the way to $3 million. So everyone, eyes on that top prize. We are just 1/3 of the way through the action today, but I know we've had a lot of fun up here, Ninja. What an absolute blast. Ladies and gentlemen, can we give a round of applause to Ninja for hopping in for some guest casting? What a great job.
Thank you, man.
Always a pleasure, brother.
Pleasure to be here.
That's going to do it for us for now up here on the caster desk, but I know Zeke is down on the floor with some notes for you all.
Thank you guys so much, man. What an awesome first 2 set of games from Sap and Zay locking down the lobby to Zexro and Vinny just coming in super clutch. And of course, guys, you've been here. We got to see Ninja. He got to go ahead and commentate some games. So what I want to know from you is, have you guys had a good time? Have you enjoyed it? If so, let's just let me hear you. You know, that was so-so. Let's pretend I didn't ask. Have you guys been enjoying yourselves? That's what I'm talking about. Obviously, we've got quite a bit more games left to get through, but, you know, if you've been watching for a long time, you know I'm a big fan of everyone that loves Fortnite. It's all about bringing people together. And I like to say Fortnite fam. That's my thing. That's what I do. And you know, there's actually a lot of people from around the world that have come here to compete, to watch, to be part of all of this. And I thought, what better way to give back to you guys than to teach you how to say Fortnite from all around the world. So in just a moment, we're going to take a look at a video, and I can't wait because this is actually the first time I'm seeing this. A lot of work went into making this happen. So I can't wait for us to watch this together. Let's take a look.
Hello Fortnite fam.
포트나이트 팬 여러분들 안녕하세요.
Привет, Fortnite всем я.
Jag utility storio.
Tjena Fortnite folk.
Jag är fan du Fortnite.
What's up, Fortnite fam?
포트나이트 팬 여러분들 안녕하세요.
What's up Fortnite fam?
Hey, 저는 Fortnite fan.
What's up Fortnite fam? Was geht Fortnite Freunde?
冠军等着我们。
What's up Fortnite fam?
Yo, what's up Fortnite fam? Are you trying to be the boss? Sorry, I'm texting.
What's up Fortnite fam?
What's up, Fortnite fam?
What's up Fortnite fam?
What's up, Fortnite fam? E aí, galera do Fortnite?
What's up Fortnite fam?
G'day, Fortnite fam.
Bonjour, comment ça va les fans de Fortnite?
G'day, Fortnite fam.
Cheer up Fortnite fam. What up boys?
That was even better than I thought it would be. Just embrace it. We, as a collective, are the Fortnite fam. Get used to it. We're here to stay. Now, guys, you know, there's a few more things I want to take a look at before we hop back into the next game. One of the things to kind of do if you're here or if you're at home, you've been watching, Ninja actually had a pretty dope hoodie, a World Cup kind of exclusive hoodie. Would you like one of those things? Would you like one of the crazy World Cup shirts that we have? You can totally get your hands on one. Head on over, retailroad.com. Get yourself a nice shirt. We've got some hoodies. We've got hats. We've even got the little drone that's the battle bus. It looks amazing. The top balloon is actually the drone, so you've got the bus that's literally flying around. You best believe I'm going to pick one up and mess around with my family. They're not ready for it. But there you go. There's some on your screen. Also, that drift shirt, by far, my favorite piece of merchandise ever. Those of you that really do know me, you know I love Drift. He's easily my favorite character. But just some cool things. If you're looking to get some World Cup exclusive thing, go ahead and take a look. Now, for those of you who have also been watching kind of all 10-week qualifiers long, you know we love Golden Boy. And there's actually one thing specifically he was kind of telling people as we were going through interviews. And that was, hey, when we get to New York, you're going to be in my hometown. Let's catch up and get a slice of pizza. Now, I know you're thinking, wait a minute, Zeke, what about, like, everyone else? Why is it just Golden Boy? Well, he's a Golden Boy, he's selfish, and he wanted the pizza all for himself. Get called out. That's right, now the world knows. But a few of those players actually took us up on the offer. They went out for some pizza. They had a night on the town. So let's take a look together. Check this out.
New York City. We got the Statue of Liberty, Central Park, the Empire State Building, and the first ever Fortnite World Cup Finals. I couldn't be more excited about the greatest Fortnite players from around the world coming to my hometown to duke it out. But before the action started, I took World Cup qualifying players Aiden and Chinkin out to show them the Big Apple, starting with PC Gaming Cafe, Waypoint.
What's up, boys? Hey. Welcome to Waypoint. Good to see you. Good to meet you. Good to meet you. All right, fellas, let's go and grab a drink.
Let's go.
All right. All right, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me here in my hometown, New York City. Thoughts on it so far? Chinkin, we'll start with you.
Hot,
okay.
A lot of people.
Yeah, hot and a lot of people. I'm sorry, but also welcome to New York. That's kind of the way it is out here. Where are you from in Austria?
Austria, like I'm near Salzburg.
And the population?
40K.
I think it was like 40,000 people in the train that you were in. on the way here.
Probably like
Yeah, so
there was so many people.
now I want to talk about the competition at hand because obviously this is going to be the biggest opportunity I would imagine of your lives. You're going to be playing in front of a massive crowd. Is there a way as a player that you prepare for that?
I don't think like there's a way to like prepare for it.
Yeah.
But try to like calm down, not get like nervous, not get shaky and stuff.
Yeah.
And then we should be good. Like
it's still crazy having like a live crowd.
Yeah.
I try not to take tournaments like too seriously. If I play relaxed, I feel like I do better. I remember when everyone's like, this guy looks like he's just chilling on his couch at home, the casters, and it was like, I was just relaxed, you know, and just I feel like I played better.
Okay, so gentlemen, we're going to be heading off to some different sites around the city. We're going to go to Washington Square Park, so let's go and check it out. All right, so now here we are in Washington Square Park, gentlemen. And I love the fact that we've conveniently set this up. I don't know what these pieces would symbolize.
I don't know.
I'm not too sure. Is it like king or queen? While we have this here, let's talk about competition. You guys are potentially going to be facing off against each other. Have you thought about that now?
I don't know. I just don't want to feel the L2 spam like.
Oh, you don't want to feel the L2 spam?
I've watched them play a little bit. Him and Stompy, they're very like, I've seen them play aggro before. It's pretty scary. So if you have chemistry where you can play without even talking, you guys know what you're gonna do. That's like, a team like that's gonna win. So
what you guys are gonna experience this weekend. This is the first Fortnite World Cup. You're going to be playing for millions of dollars potentially. Has that even set with you guys yet?
Even if it's not me, I'm thinking there's going to be millionaires after this tournament.
Yeah.
There's going to be millionaires.
Life-changing money.
I try not to be, I'm not like greedy about it or anything. It's really nice to see like people that nobody know about and they can just blow up off of this.
All right, I'm going to dive more into that, but I think it's time to get a slice of pizza. Take you out for a good pizza. We'll get some pizza. To give everyone pizza. Yeah, I'm gonna show up with 2 giant boxes of pizza. Pizza. Say I won't, Paula. Say I won't. And I kept telling people, hey, I want to get a slice of pizza with you. You know, all the players, and they all ignored me. You know? So thank you guys so much for coming out. I really appreciate it. Obviously, this has been an incredible journey for you all. You're now on the precipice of one of the biggest events in the history of all competitive gaming.
I'm happy that it was a fair chance for everybody, you know, open qualifiers.
Yeah.
You could have no exposure, but if you're good, you get in the tournament. So yeah, I'm just really thankful to be here, and I'm going to enjoy my time here.
Yeah, and we just try to like make our fans happy. I'm really looking forward to play on the stage in front of 100,000 people.
Do you feel like the fans and how they've been supporting you all on this road to this, do you feel like that adds a little bit to this pressure?
Honestly, it's just more support for me. I feel more like happy to be here when there's all these people, whether they're rooting for me or other players. Fortnite's grown so much, and I just can't wait to see all like the crowd, and I know it's gonna get bigger and bigger every event. So,
fellas, best of luck at the Fortnite World Cup this weekend. Seriously, nothing but the best for you. But we're in the thick of things here in New York, so I think we got to get some more pizza. You guys down? All right, let's do it.
New York's got everything, and this weekend, most importantly, it's got the Fortnite World Cup. Now that these two have had their slice, let's see how they handle the competition.
Good guy, golden boy. You gotta love him. You can't not. He's just the best, and it's really cool that he got to go out, hang out with Aiden, get some pizza, and, you know, just tour New York. You love to see it. You love to see it. Now, guys, there is actually a dynamic duo that we want to talk to. We actually have Jordan Fisher standing by. He's going to be chatting with Nix and Ps4. These guys qualified back from the Brazilian region, and they've got some things to say. So, Jordan, let's go over to you.
Thank you, my friend. I've got Nix and Ps4 here. Nix, you have been absolutely dominating in the last few weeks, especially where the solos and the duos are concerned, being the first Brazilian player to qualify for the World Cup. Can you talk to me a little bit about the dynamic that the two of you share as partners?
Nix, você estava dominando nas últimas semanas, principalmente para os qualifiers da World Cup. Você pode falar pouco sobre a dinâmica de vocês?
Eu e o Ps4 costuma jogar bem agressivo e tentar pegar o máximo de eliminações possível.
PFZ and I, we try to play as aggressively as possible and get as many eliminations as we can.
As you should in the name of Battle Royale, right? Now, PFZ, you seem to balance out the fiery kind of loose cannon nature of Nyx, who is obviously a dominant player, you know, kind of helping him set up for a solid end game. What's it been like to work with such a young and fiery player like Nyx?
PFZ, você parece que você consegue contrabalançar o estilo bem incendiante do Nyx. Então, como é que é isso para você fazer esse lado mais balanceado da dupla?
Basicamente eu tenho uma role de suporte, então eu meio que fico nas backlines e ele vai na frente. Quando a gente tem o high ground, por exemplo, ele tem a função de ficar embaixo matando todo mundo e eu controlando o high ground. Basicamente é um lado mais estratégico, enquanto ele é o lado mais agressivo.
Basically, I have more of a support role. Whenever we're in high ground, I'm just more in the background, supporting him. Like he has a more aggressive role.
Setting him up.
Yeah.
To fire the loose cannon at the end. It reminds me of the very W key in a West that I play on all the time, and that has really, you know, just got me cranking my 90s on a regular basis. You know about that courage, right? Am I right? Back to you.
Whoa, whoa. Jordan, it's back to me. Come on, courage. He's just found the chicken parmesan. Someone whispered the word and he went running. You just see it. Also, big shout out to Nyx and PFZ. I actually chatted with Nyx very quickly. He walked up and was like, "Hi, I'm Nyx." And I'm thinking, this guy knows how to talk. So I talked a bunch of stuff, told him how much I loved him. Turns out he didn't understand any of it. So I had to get a translator and tell him that I love him. But that's how things go. Now, of course, guys, I know what you want. You want more games. We have 4 more on deck. So I think for now, we're going to send it back up to Golden Boy and Monster. They're going to get us into these games. So how's DJ Mike Brown? Play us in.
All right, huge shout out to DJ Mike Realm, spinning the ones and twos here at the Arthur Ashe Stadium. Golden Boy alongside Master D-Face, Boricua Boys back at it again, looking to bring you the fun as we have games 3 and 4 on deck. And so far, this has been one of the most exciting events I've ever been to. That game 1 was ridiculous. Game 2 did not disappoint as well, Monster.
No, it didn't. I thought for a second there we're going to see back-to-back performances from Zay and Sap. And I mean, we honestly did. Everyone that was in the top 10 contestant, even Miz and Deidre, they were performing. We saw them cut it all the way through. And it's that level of consistency that's going to cut the difference in making it all the way through the top 10 and being a World Cup winner.
What I've loved seeing is that standings page, top 10. International through and through. You got the Japanese players popping off, European players popping off, players from New Zealand. Everyone's putting in every little bit they can. But folks, it's now time for game number 3. The players are all loaded up in the battle bus, and we are about to take off. Let's see who's going to get that much closer to raising the trophy and being your Fortnite World Champions of Duos. Here we go.
Keep it going, Golden Boy, because we are jumping into game 3 as these cameras populate. Your favorite competitors are here. They've made it this far. It's the duo competition. If you were nervous before, hopefully they kicked the bucket over this little break here, and they're back, and they're recuperating.
I know I practically kicked the bucket after Vinny and Zetro won game 2, man. I was feeling it, man. It was nuts. And there they are on your screen. So the drop for the bus here, it's going to be a north to south one going right over that ice biome. It's going to cut pretty much center of the map there. And Vinny and Zextro, I'm very happy that they're performing this well, Monster. This is a duo that had so much success. Even going into the World Cup qualifiers, we all were like, yeah, this is a duo that definitely should make it. This is a duo that, hey, they could even win the whole thing.
Yeah.
Then tragedy struck as Zextro had a few problems with you know, arthritis and different things with his hands. And I'm make sure I'm getting that right. And I'm just bummed out about that. Good to see them here showing up, man. That's huge.
I mean, that's what you expect of our competitive veterans, specifically Zexro, Vinny. They go back to as many of the LAN tournaments that we've seen, as does Zay and Sap. But anyways, in here we have UN KBB. He's going to take down Mexi. Is Scram close by? Is he close enough? And this is a battle going down in Snobby Shores. So off the rip here, we have players getting dropped. That's actually going to be our first elimination. Lucky for us to catch that one. But there's shots coming in from the Viking Island right up above. And he...
Всем пока.